All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the March 2021 Capital Factory Community Showcase. It is a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. There is a scent of spring in the air and a little bit of vaccine in the air as well. My name is Bobby Struzik. I will be your co-host today. I am the Community Memberships Coordinator here at Capital Factory, and I would like to introduce now my co-host today, Alex.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Wiesenthal. I'm an event coordinator here at Capital Factory and super excited to be up here with Bobby today. It should be a good time, right, Bobby?
That's right. Thanks, Alex. So before we dive in, we would like to hand the mic over to our CEO and co-founder, Joshua Baer, for his opening remarks.
Howdy. My name's Joshua Baer, and I'm the founder of Capital Factory. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to our monthly member showcase. This is the one time of the month when we highlight all the new members, mentors, meetups, and everyone else that's new to our community and help connect them and plug them in to everybody else. You know, one of the things that's most different about Capital Factory than other tech hubs and other accelerators is that we're constantly bringing new people in every month. It's a fire hose that just keeps on going. And so there's always new people to meet and always new people to connect to and introduce. So you all have a job today, everybody who's in the audience, everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching online. Your job is to help connect these people in to the people they need to meet, to key mentors who could give them advice and help them, to other startups that are working on similar things that they should know about, to people they might want to hire or potentially co-founders, to maybe someone who could be their first customer or a pilot, or really just give them some great advice. So please pay attention, listen as you hear all these pitches, as you meet all these new people, and tell us who they should meet. Put it in the chat, shout it out, and we're going to be listening. We're going to be paying attention. We're going to write them all down, and we're going to go make those connections and make them happen. And this matters. This makes a big difference, and it can make a big difference for you, and it can make a big difference for everybody who's up introducing themselves today. So thanks for being here today. Thanks for being part of our community, and listen, pay attention, meet all these people, and think about who you can introduce them to.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh, for that overview. This event's not just to showcase our community, but to unite and support each other however we can. So get active in the chat, send us your suggestions, and network with one another, and let's have some fun.
That's right. So in our audience today, we have Capital Factory staff, members, mentors, and we also have members of the general public present. So be sure to drop in your LinkedIn into the chat. And for those of you that are interested in becoming a member of Capital Factory from the general public, feel free to drop in your LinkedIn into the comments, and I will be happy to reach out to you and follow up with you.
Awesome. So the next part of our event today, we want to introduce you to two of our new staff members. We're going to bring up Poppy Briggs and then Dylan Kay to introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone. It's great to meet everyone. I am Poppy Briggs, the virtual VIP coordinator here at Capital Factory. It is my job to create unforgettable first impressions to any VIPs wanting to learn more about Capital Factory in our community. As I mentioned, my position is virtual, so I curate these virtual 60 to 90-minute experiences where I connect VIPs with relevant startups, partners, mentors, and members of our team. Having the experience virtual is great because it allows us to connect with both the VIPs and startups from all over the country and the world. On top of that, I also host our free weekly online tour, which is every Tuesday from 9:45 to 10:30. I will put the Eventbrite link in the comments after this. The tour is great because it includes a brief overview of Capital Factory by me. And then we have a startup join us for a demo and a Q&A session. And then we talk about meetups and community events. And then we wrap it up with with Bobby actually from our membership team or someone else from our memberships team answering questions about coworking and community memberships. So that's a bit about me. It's great to see everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Poppy.
All right, we're now going to bring up Dylan Kay, who is one of our senior venture associates. Come on up, Dylan.
Hey guys, great to be here. Super excited. I'm Dylan. I'm a senior associate on the ventures team. My job is really simple. I find the coolest startups, especially in Texas, interact with the founders, and ultimately invest in the best ones. So super excited to have everyone here today. And if you're an investor, a mentor, or a founder, Capital Factory is the place for you.
Thanks, Dylan. It's nice to meet you here for the first time as well. Perfect. So the next part of our event will introduce you to one of our mentors here at Capital Factory. If you want to bring up Robert, Justin, that'd be great. We'll hand it off to Robert to talk about himself and how you can work with him.
Oh shit, we're live now? Hey, I'm Robert Reeves. So look, being a startup founder really sucks, okay? Let's not sugarcoat this. It's arduous, it's hard, it's difficult. And you have to be doing it for the right reasons. I've done this twice over. And if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You have to be you got to be driven to do it. You got to be, afraid that you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, 10, 20 years from now and really regret doing it. And that's what helped me do the first startup, Furnace, which we started in Austin. We eventually had an acquisition to BMC. And now with the second one, Liquibase. But along the way, I learned how to sell software. And that was really difficult. It was hard to go from a glorified release manager to getting software out the door to getting millions of dollars from companies like Bank of America. It's tough, but you can do it. And one of the things that I specialize is helping non-sales founders become more salesy. And I got to tell you, it's already in you. If you've got enough ability to have a startup and to convince folks like Capital Factory, advisors, mentors, venture capitalists, maybe even beginning startup, just early customers to try your stuff, you have what it takes. It's not hard, but there is a process. And hopefully by spending some time with me, I can help you identify ways to smooth that path and help you get to those big deals with Global 2000 and Fortune 500 companies. So hopefully I can be of value. at the very least, you could join me for, office hours and we could talk about, old school soul and punk rock. Your choice. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
We appreciate you coming on with us today. We wanted to ask you a few questions, if that was all right, if you had a little bit of time for us.
Of course, I always have time for Cap Factory. Josh would never leave me alone if I didn't.
Well, Alex, you want to go ahead with your question?
Yeah, I was wondering if you have best tip for working with a mentor. What are some things that what's a red flag, and then what's something that someone can do that's really great?
So speaking as a founder, what you should be looking at for red flag for a mentor is you should be looking for a handout. Okay, if they want something from you, oh, well, I could do this and I could do that. All right. You should be looking for mentors that focus on how they can help you, not how the founder can help the mentor. All right. And that's exactly what's at Capital Factory. Okay. But just be on the lookout for people in the, entrepreneurial industrial complex that are looking for ways to make money off of you. All right. And in reality, there are so many people around Capital Factory that just want to help you. All right. And they really don't care about making money. All right. The money will come. All right. If you're successful, they will be successful. And those are the kind of people you need to surround yourself with.
That's great. Thank you, Robert. One question I have a lot of times, and when I am bringing on new members at Capital Factory, people commonly ask me, what are some of the things that they can do to be successful within our ecosystem, and some of the qualities that they can have as a founder that will help them be successful? Do you have any advice for them?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, there is just so much stuff going on that's just really hard to pick and choose. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, the most important thing is showing continued traction and success with your startup. That should be number one. But you got to open yourself up to those just happy accidents, all right, of being able to, I mean, of course, this sounds ridiculous now, but being able to bump into somebody in an elevator, which we don't do anymore, but soon we will do again, all right? And so there were so many times when I'm just walking around Capital Factory and just bumping into somebody and say, oh, you're really into that. Wow, I'm into that too. And be able to geek out on that stuff because, frankly, that's what Austin is about. All right. Whether your passion is film or music or startups or cryptocurrency or whatever you're into, there are other people that want to share that. So, get out of the, get out of your little comfort zone and go explore. And I think that's what the big value, at least for me, is with Capital Factory.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. We really appreciate your time today. And thank you for sharing a little bit of time with us.
Of course. Anytime.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So now we are going to move on to our rapid pitches. Now we have some truly incredible startups working out of Capital Factory. And today we'd like to highlight a few of them, especially from some of our new members, and help them make some connections. So we're going to bring up some of our founders, and they're going to give a short, about 2.5-minute pitch for us here today. And after each pitch, we will ask our panel to provide 1 to 2 suggestions on who they should be connecting with.
And Jill and Rachel from our team will be joining us live on stage to provide suggestions as well. And founders, if you're pitching, we'll write this all down for you. So don't worry about writing this all down. We'll send you an email after. And audience, we want your suggestions too. So whether you're on YouTube or hop in, please write your suggestions in the comments and we'll make notes of all of that and make sure to connect our founders with those people. Justin, will you bring Jill and Rachel up to introduce themselves?
Hi.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Great
How are
to
you?
see y'all. I am doing great. So great to see and hear from Robert there. He's a great mentor, and I have a note ready to go. I just put that in the chat. You can book Robert's office hours if you're in the Ventures portfolio in the chat. But I'm Rachel. I'm the mentor coordinator here at Capital Factory. My job is to be a steward of the mentor program and, connect the best people with the best mentors that we have. I love to meet you as a founder and think about the best mentors that I think could help you out, just like Robert and so many others. Yeah, so excited to hear all of the pitches today. I think I've talked to a few folks, but yeah, just really excited to give my suggestions on who you should meet and hear everybody's talking today. Yeah, excited.
Thanks so much, Rachel.
Nice.
Thank you. And Jill's going to join us backstage in a few minutes once we have some space back here, but she will be providing suggestions as well. So first up here, we have Liquidity Horizons. And with that, I'll welcome up Kyle Smith.
Great.
Hi, Kyle.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, we're excited to have you. You have about 2.5 minutes, and we'll let you know when your time's up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, I'm the CEO and co-founder of Liquidity Horizons. Our aim is to solve the inefficiencies in the real estate market, specifically the vacant land market. As you know, the real estate market is just ridden with middlemen, high costs, a lot of inefficiencies related to complexity as well as time. So our platform is a peer-to-peer, low-cost marketplace that allows for peers to directly connect, negotiate, and execute legal contracts as well as payments for land purchases, sales, leases, partnerships, as well as 1031 exchanges, all within a simple, seamless end-to-end process. You can think of us as being the first on-demand e-commerce platform for real estate transactions, but specifically for vacant land transactions, which inherently are much less complex than luxury houses and commercial buildings and other types of structured properties. Our goal is to reduce costs, simplify the entire process, and allow for a streamlined experience in terms of locating the property and closing the transaction all within one platform. We believe that our platform really offers several advantages relative to the current marketplace in terms of simplifying the contracts so that you only have a few variables to select. Specifically, the vacant land has a huge advantage over luxury properties, which might have a lot of different variables. And we allow you to slash costs. We're not going to charge any types of commissions, no markups, no inventory charges whatsoever. It's just a platform to list your property and locate a property you'd like to buy. We really think that our streamlined process will help revolutionize the real estate marketplace. And we're starting out in Texas, which is really the ideal marketplace in terms of thinking about land. But we're looking to expand out across the Southwest, the Southeast, as well as the Northwest, where there's lots of opportunities in terms of high growth markets and just e-commerce and mobility in terms of work mobility across the country. We really think that our platform will have several benefits relative to the current marketplace. Definitely middlemen are the inherent incumbents in terms of the real estate market as it stands, but technology has come a long way. And by allowing a simple, secure, seamless end-to-end process will allow peers to directly connect and execute those transactions in one step. It's going to be completely automated for the entire experience. Thank you so much for your time.
Kyle, that was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I think I'm giving a few suggestions now, and I know we talked, I think last time it was during that whole ice storm. So I hope you're doing well now. But yeah, I know I gave you a bit of a list of mentors last time we talked. We had a few new people that I think would be great for you to meet. Margot Carter is a great mentor in the prop tech space up in Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I think she'd be great. I think she's coming in April next. So yeah, I would love to get you on that list to meet her. And Mark Schraber would also be good. I think he's getting his office hours on Union soon. I just talked to him and he's really interested in, that outdoor hospitality space. So I thought, and logistics, so I thought it might be a good connection as well. But yeah, I am excited about the space that you're in and the niche that you're filling, and it sounds really great.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Kyle. I'm Jill. Oh, sorry, Bobby. Go ahead. Oh, Bobby, I think you might be on mute.
Oop, Bobby, looks like you're muted, but he was just going to introduce you and give you the stage.
Welcome in, Jill.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good to be here. Kyle, nice to meet you. I'm Jill. I'm the venture principal here at Capital Factory. Love what you're working on. And I think two of our team members would actually be great people to meet with. That would be Shaquille Rashad and Brian Chambers. They both work on Capital Factory Ventures, and I think you'd really enjoy meeting them.
Great. I will do. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
And if anyone in the audience has any suggestions for Kyle, go ahead and drop those into the chat, and we will follow up with him on those. And so next up, we are going to bring in Rob Comack, who is the CEO and founder of Smart Drone. Come on in, Rob.
Oop, it looks like Rob is running a little late, so we'll move on to the next one.
Totally fine.
Perfect. We'll come back to Rob. So next up, we have Jillian Fink, who is the CEO of Aussie Guide. Hi. How are you?
Jillian, you are on mute, I believe.
Looks like we still can't hear you.
There we go. Sorry.
There we go.
Multiple protections in place.
All good. Well, with that, you have two and a half minutes to make your pitch, and then we'll join you again to make some suggestions.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jillian, and I am working on a medical device called Oxguide. Headache is surprisingly one of the leading causes of disability and lost work and productivity worldwide. Unfortunately, it is also one of the leading causes of visits to the emergency room. It is one of the top 5 complaints in the urgent and emergent care setting. Unfortunately, though, most of the providers don't have great tools to manage headache in the ER. Most of the procedures that are used have a lot of side effects that are not great, and they do not work very well, and they don't have a lasting impact. So there's a much better treatment option called an occipital nerve block. And what this procedure does is it targets the nerves that run right up along the back of the head with just numbing medication. So it works really quickly. It provides long-lasting relief, and there are little to no side effects. Unfortunately, though, this procedure is really only done by pain management physicians who do not actually treat headache patients. They don't have the training. Most of the doctors who do treat headaches don't have the training in order to provide this procedure. So that's where Oxguide comes in. We use the landmarks that sit along the back of the head, and we have little ports in the back of the device that adjust to go over the pathway of those nerves along the back of the head. And then you just inject right through those ports, and within 15 minutes, you'll know whether or not the procedure has worked, and it can provide for up to 2 weeks of relief. So we've done a trial at one of the emergency rooms in the Texas Medical Center, and then we showed a double the improvement in pain score reductions and a 20% improvement in discharge rates from the ER. We've signed a sales contract with that hospital, and we are going to be stocking the device in all 16 of their ERs. So our next major steps are really working on commercialization, preparing for fundraising, and then we are looking to do collaboration with the DoD, in addition to being able to use the device in the military ERs where headache is a very prominent complaint. We are also looking at working on helping with head wound management in the field, and also improved outcomes of mild traumatic brain injury. So those are our next steps, and that's it. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Jillian. So we're going to bring our roundtable back in, and we are going to start with Jill first.
Hi, Jillian. Nice to meet you, and great presentation. The two people that I would recommend meeting are Kevin Callahan and Adam Torinas. They're both mentors at Capital Factory, and I think they could be really helpful for you.
All right. And Rachel?
Oh,
I
you're on
believe you
mute.
are, Rachel.
Brief interlude. Hi, great to see you. And I have a few suggestions that I don't think you've met before. Jeff Levine, great medical device mentor. Dr. Kyle Hodebecke. I'm always never sure if I'm saying his name right, but he's a great mentor. And I know you mentioned that you wanted to kind of connect with someone on the DoD side. He has a lot of medical and military experience. So I think it'd be great, and Russell Hines as well. So yeah, and oh yeah, I think you'll read out the community suggestions, Bobby or Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Thanks,
So,
you guys, and thanks, Jillian.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to circle back now. We're going to come back to Rob Comack, who's the CEO and founder of Smart Drone. I think he has joined us now here today. Rob, would you like to come on in?
Yes. Hi. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So my name is Rob. I'm CEO and founder of Smart Drone, and we dematerialize drone companies. That doesn't mean we shoot them with lasers and vaporize them. We actually help them. So there's a huge waste in the drone industry, and it's holding back the massive value that drones can deliver. On the left side of the slide, you can see there's before Smart Drone and after. The typical drone company is spending 1 to 2 years and $1 to $2 million on hardware development to build a high-powered and stable drone. So we save them that money because we dematerialize the hardware aspect into our hardware. What happens is they can take all that money and time and put it into software, which is really where the value is for their users. The savings we bring could double or triple the money going to software and reduce the time to market by half. It also opens up opportunity by lowering barriers to entry. So we do this in 3 ways. We provide a stable, high-powered multi-sensor drone. We provide an OS that frees developers. Any developers out there, you don't have to worry about it. We'll handle the details. You bring your IP and your solutions. We provide the AMP store. This gives them a place to build and sell their software. Imagine all the productivity boosts that will be delivered much sooner and for much more or less cost. Our platform can make this a reality. On the right side of the slide, you see our stack. Our drone is called Discovery, and it's ready for market now. It has brains on board to support real-time AI solutions. It has powerful sensors that can be upgraded with our modular sensor core. With Smart Drone OS, developers don't have to worry about new hardware interfaces or firmware updates or other details. We host the developers on the AMP store. If you think iPhone and App Store, with us, it's Smart Drone and AMP Store. In a nutshell, Smart Drone OS connects to Discovery, which connects to the AMP Store and developers. We share software subscription revenue with the developers. Users get a productivity boost across near infinite use cases. It's a win for developers, users, Smart Drone, and the world. Right now, we're actively fundraising. We've been taking advantage of Mentor Network through Capital Factory. We're very appreciative. And we're looking for VC connections and VC advice and mentoring. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we'll bring up Jill and Rachel again with some suggestions.
Great.
Rachel?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump in first. Hi, Rob. I know I talked to Al from your team a bit, but it's good to see you as well. And yeah, I had, a list of folks that I thought would be good to meet. Someone who we just onboarded as a mentor that I think would be great once he has office hours, I can ping you guys for that, is General Joe Languel. He's a retired 4-star general from the Air Force, and I think he'd just be a great fit to meet. Marcus Cervantes is also on the Capital Factory mentor team, and I think he'd be, just a great connection for y'all.
Great, thank you.
Hi, Rob. Nice to meet you. I have 3 suggestions for you. I would suggest meeting first with our previous VP of Defense. His name is Kevin Landtroop, and then our current VP of Defense, Jorge Manresa. And then I know you also spoke about being interested in the fundraising process, so I'd highly recommend speaking with either Jake O'Shea or Adam Valenta from our investor relations team as well. And then Capital Factory is also hosting our Fed Supernova event, I believe the week of...
it's just next week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, I believe it's like March 10 or 11. But we're actually ending the event concludes with a $100,000 investment into an autonomous drone or mobility startup. And so that should be something that I would highly suggest applying to and chatting with our team about.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob, for being with us today. We really appreciate your time. All right. Next up, we are going to bring up Bassanio Peters, who is with Assist to Develop. Come on up, Bassanio.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Well, good.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right, so I'll just dive right in. My name is Bassanio Peters. I'm the founder of Assist to Develop, and our vision is to democratize product development by helping companies discover innovative ideas and talent through an open innovation marketplace. Many of you guys are familiar with things like these, where you put a challenge out to a community and the community can come back with ideas. We seen this and realized that there's a better vehicle to actually be able to execute on this, because what we realize is that companies spend, in the US, companies spend like $580 billion on innovation last year. So in 2019, they spent $581 billion on innovation, but how much of that money is well spent? McKinsey stated like 6% of executives were quote unquote satisfied with innovation performance. So, you know, that's laughable to me. So we saw that as an opportunity. So the best way I can describe how it works is sharing a completed pilot we did with NASA. NASA came to us and said, hey, Bassanio, look, we have this systems engineering challenge where we're trying to document a programmatic structure and formula for this systems engineering architecture. And we're looking to, you know, basically tap into your community and to your crowd. So we posted the challenge, had submissions come in from all over the world, participation from university teams in Madrid, students from MIT, consultants. And then what's powerful about our platform is you can put out this problem that needs to be solved, and then you get the entire community involved. So not only are people submitting their ideas saying this is how I would solve this problem or apply this solution, our entire community comes in and helps vote on the process. And we have our own series of mentors and experts that are seasoned, you know, engineers set to retire take their tribal knowledge with them. We allow them to pass that on to the next generation by giving feedback saying, hey, great job on your proposed solution, but here's some ways to improve next time. So this is what we mean when we say we're really democratizing innovation. The long-term vision and goal is to help anyone, anywhere create anything. But again, this is such a ripe opportunity because of the struggle with corporations and innovation, which is why we were excited to, you know, get into Capital Factory and work more closely with the Innovation Council. So long story short, that's what we do. And our next steps for us are trying to raise a round in probably early to mid Q2. So any introductions to investors, I've already met a couple of the mentors. Cass was great. He actually participated in challenges on another marketplace similar to ours. So pretty excited.
All right. Thank you so much, Bassanio. Now let's bring up our panel. And Rachel, would you like to chime in first?
Yeah, sure thing. Hi, and yeah, I think I'm so glad you mentioned Cass. He's one of our awesome mentors. I think you'd really like talking to Joe Corso as well, if you haven't already. You know, he's just really focused on product, but he's a great person to talk to about this idea. I think this company would be great. Ken Cohen, I think, is another mentor that, yeah, we'll really enjoy hearing about this, as well as I think Garrett Johnson, who's on the Capital Factory product team. He does office hours occasionally, and I think you would enjoy just connecting on this as well. So yeah, check this folks out.
Hi, Bassanio. Nice to see you. I have two recommendations for you to meet. The first one would be Michael Morton, and the second one would be Ali Tabrizi. They're both mentors at Capital Factory. I think you'd really enjoy meeting them, and they could be helpful for you and your company's growth.
Okay, thank you. And it was Ali what?
Ali Tabrizi. We'll send it to you afterwards as well. It'll come in a nice email.
Cool.
No need to do anything.
I was frivolously typing away. Yeah, thank you. Well,
Yeah, we talk fast.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. One more. Oh, we have two more pitches. Next up, we have Marcus Rockwell with Rockwell IT Services. Hi, Marcus.
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great.
Okay, good.
Perfect. Well, you're all set 2.5 minutes, and we'll meet back up for some suggestions.
Okay, cool. Hello. I'm not. Is my okay? There we go. Actually, it's missing a piece in the middle. Okay, we'll go with that. Hello, my name is Marcus Rockwell, founder of Advisory Studio. There are over 30 million small businesses and many nonprofits in the U.S. that have created a significant website presence to promote, sell a product or service, inquire, or win mind share. Increasingly, many have turned to website chatbots to aid them in this goal. Web chat virtual assistants offered by the competition so far have proven inadequate in helping websites improve conversion rates. That's because many of the chatbots only connect to live agents, and the others feature bots that aren't smart enough to handle even basic questions. But the biggest shortcoming of all is the fact that competition doesn't seamlessly integrate with the website content. There's an interesting metric that says that the top websites convert 2 customers for every 100 visitors. But most websites, it takes 1,000 visitors to win 1 new customer. An advisory studio virtual assistant on a client's website becomes like a magnet, attracting visitors by engaging them through voice or chat. Our solution easily integrates with existing websites, and our AI-driven process is always learning and improving. So Advisory Studio helps create a sticky website that engages visitors by delivering a web chat experience that connects what users say to streaming media, instant responses to questions, links to documents, or URL links that open into the website content. We also offer question and answer dialogues that guide users through a series of questions to inform them or help solve a problem. And so our plan is to monetize our opportunity for website chatbots by initially targeting small businesses and nonprofits because of their short decision cycles. This will allow us to gain traction and achieve product validation and stabilize our platform. And also, we're employing a subscription-based pricing model will help us quickly build a repeatable revenue stream that supports our efforts to scale the platform. We're seeking mentoring help and guidance in honing our business model. And next month, we're looking forward to completing our MVP and commencing a pilot with of web chat at a small engineering company. And going forward, we will be onboarding early adopter clients, hiring our team, and planning our mobilization and go-to-market strategy. And that's it.
Thank you. And with that, we have our awesome panel back. I'll pass it to you, Rachel.
Sure thing. Hi, Marcus. Good to see you. And so as you're talking, I think, some of the mentors that I think would really resonate with this idea and this product are Patricia Fryer and Alex Baudelian. Both are, kind of experienced in web design and things like that. And I think Dave Perry as well would be a good person to talk to about the AI elements. I think you'd have a similar overlap in the industries that you're working in. So yeah, I'd recommend those folks for you.
Hi, Marcus. Great to see you. My 2 recommendations for you are actually the same as my last ones for Assist to Develop. So I would recommend meeting with Michael Morton and Ali Tabrizi.
Perfect. Thanks for the suggestions. And Marcus, we'll send this all to you in an email.
All right.
Thanks, Marcus. All right, we're going to bring on our final pitch company here today. We're going to bring on Anthony De Los Santos, who is the CEO and founder of Order Text. Come on up, Anthony.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Anthony.
It's great to see you all. Well, let's get into it. I think the best way to pitch and tell you about our product is to tell you how we came up with the idea. My co-founder and I were working on music licensing software at the time. And we often met up at coffee shops, restaurants, and occasional bars. And we noticed, lines in Austin just kept getting really large and, wait times were crazy. And so we thought, we need to build an app where we can just text and pay for our orders right here from the table so we can continue working. So a few years later, our project became our main project and Order Tech was built, and we launched in a few bars and restaurants in Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio. A short time later, we were making great traction and a lot of customers happy. And then, as we all know, the pandemic hit and life changed for everybody. And we saw the space getting crowded with many versions of the idea, and contactless ordering became a household name. We all use it now. It's great. It just kind of hit so that we kind of changed up some things, and we hit the whiteboard during lockdown to adapt to other markets and other services that we can get into to provide contactless payment method, because now every business needs the same method to have contactless payments. Home services, mobile services, veterinarians, medical and dental billing, and nonprofit fundraising. So we did our market research. We found out that businesses love the idea to be able to send a text message payment link to close out any kind of invoice. We also learned that customers would love to use our automated monthly billing for subscription payments. So now we all have kind of gotten past it, and we know that handing over a credit card just doesn't feel safe anymore. And, you know, we don't really want to talk to a computer on the other end to make a payment or download an app or create an account just to process or move money. So what we're doing now for any size business is we're able to send a payment request invoice to their customers via the truest contactless method out there, a text message. So customers can pay an invoice, and they don't need to create an account, and they don't need to download an app to even make this transaction. A lot of customers like that idea, and if they do decide to make a create an account, it'll make their experience next time even more seamless. So what we're looking for here, and we've been at Capital Factory for a while, and we've met so many great people, but we're looking for our investor teams now. We want to find people who believe in our vision and our timing with our SaaS fintech model, and we want to solve a lot of these new world problems with a payment through a text message. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Anthony. And before we bring in suggestions, I just want to say, wherever you are right now, it looks gorgeous behind you. Perfect landscape. And we all want to be where you are right now.
I know, it looks like a Zoom background almost.
Yeah. But it's the birds behind you that really make it. So
oh, wow.
Back there, you can see him. Titus. Well, great to be here. I love working on my outside office.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And Jill, would you like to go first?
For sure. Anthony, good to see you. I know I've recommended a lot of people for you to speak with, but two that I don't think that you've met with so far would be Mark Nathan and Jane Coe. Those are two of our mentors that I think could be really helpful for Order Text.
Mark Nathan is working with us at Order Text.
All right. I knew you were already on it. Well, I hope you haven't spoken to Jane Coe yet. If so, I will come up with more recommendations.
I'd love to.
Yes, Jane is awesome. And I know I talked to you, Anthony, as well. We had 2 new mentors coming in this month that I know you haven't, or hopefully you haven't talked to. Shola Farber, I know when we talked, you mentioned, you were kind of looking into having this campaigning side of Order Text. So she's kind of a civic tech entrepreneur. I think it would just be a great connection whenever she puts her new office hours on. She's brand spanking new. But yeah, I think that'd be great. As well as Abby Coleman. She's kind of interested in the food space. So I think it'd be a great connection as well. They're both new this month. Don't have office hours yet because I need to get their onboardings done. But yeah, those are some new folks for you to meet.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony, for your time today. And thank you, Rachel. And thank you, Jill, for speaking with our pitch companies today. And thank you to all of the other pitch companies that started in today. And gave us a little overview of your organizations. We're really happy to have you be a part of the Capital Factory ecosystem. The community on the Hop-In channel has been making some active comments here. We've even had our CEO and founder, Josh Baer, and they're making some comments in terms of who people should meet. So our staff is crawling that list right now, and they're going to be putting that together for you nice and neat in a nice little email for you, and they are going to send it over to you. So, and thanks for the suggestions from everyone, in the chat as well. And if you have any more ideas on who they should meet, please drop them into the chat.
Perfect. Thanks, Bobby. Justin, if you'd bring up my slides, perfect. Cool. So as event coordinator at Capital Factory, I manage our meetup community. We have about 90 meetups total throughout Austin, Dallas, Houston, and they're meeting on a monthly, quarterly, even weekly basis. So we have everything from Austin Virtual League to a blockchain meetup to defense-focused meetups. We just signed on 2 this month. So we're super excited, and there's definitely one for anything you're interested in. So if you're interested in hosting a meetup, please email me. I'll drop my link in the comments, my email. You can also visit our website, capitalfactory.com/events, and you can see everything coming up for the next month. And if you're a member of Capital Factory, that's also on Union as well. So today we have Ashley Odom, one of our awesome meetup organizers, one of many, and she'll tell you a little bit about her group and when you can tune in. Hi, Ashley.
Hello. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Odom. I am the meetup organizer for Austin Open Data Science, or ODSC. We host monthly local virtual meetups. We have talks on data science topics that are of broad interest to data scientists with varying levels of technical level. So sometimes they're a little bit more introductory, sometimes they're some advanced technical topic. ODSC is actually a global organization, so some of our local meetup presenters are able to have a global platform giving presentations through ODSC. And we've started doing, last month we did a networking kind of social hangout. I sort of missed the atmosphere, meeting, hearing what people are up to and their work and everything. So that was successful, and we'll do that again for sure, just to kind of chat and see what people are up to. Our next meetup is Tuesday, March 16th at 5 p.m. and it will be with Joe Gartner. He is at Closed Loop AI. They're a data science company here in town. And his talk is going to be on a new metric for fairness in healthcare AI. So that's my industry, so I'm excited about that one. If you're interested in giving a talk, so some of the startup founders where you had some kind of data science or AI component in your startup, it's an opportunity to give a talk and bring in some of the aspects. The talk's the only thing that is required is that it's not really a vendor or sales pitch. It needs to be on a topic that's of broad interest, and especially if there are open source data tools used, like Python or R, things like that are applicable to different applications. Then you're welcome to give a talk, and we can set that up. So you can contact me, or if you need my contact information, I'm sure you can get it through Alex. But let me know, and thanks again for having me, and to all the founders and mentors that presented today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. So just to confirm, this event is on March 16th?
Correct. March 16th.
Awesome. So we will see you there, and you guys can check out their Twitter handle at ODSC, and we hope that you guys have a great turnout. Thank you so much for being here today.
Bye.
All right. So, that just about wraps us up for here today. If you want some more, we have some great upcoming events coming up next week. We have the Texas Dialogue on Innovation in Defense, TDID, and that's presented by IBM. And next week on March 9th and 10th, we have one of Capital Factory's largest events, that is Fed Supernova. And that's going to be focused specifically on the defense community. So we look forward to seeing everyone, all of our attendees there, all of our members there that would like to be a part of it. And all of that's going to culminate into a $1,000 challenge. Well, we will invest in a startup in the autonomy, drones, and robotics industry. It's one of my favorite part of our events is to see challenges like that and to see people really try to put themselves out there in a unique way. If you'd like to learn more information about Fed Supernova, check it out at fedsupernova.com. And before we close out today, I'd just like to thank a few people behind the scenes today. We have Justin behind the scenes moving our slides around. Big thanks to Justin. And thanks to all of our pitching companies here today that gave us an overview of their company. Thank you to Alex for hosting with me today. And thank you to Marianne Allspaw in the background who helped us work through this.
Perfect. Thanks, Bobby. And with that, I just want to let you all know that we have open coffee coming up on Tuesday, morning of Fed Supernova. It'll be a really awesome opportunity to meet some founders and Capital Factory staff right before we kick off our big event. And then we have moved Black in Tech Summit to April. It was originally the week of the snowstorm. So due to the power outages, that has been moved to April just to make sure that all of our speakers and all of the attendees can make it. So if you didn't RSVP then, this is a good time to do that. And that information is all on our website.
And if you'd like to learn more about becoming a member of Capital Factory, you can reach us at members@capitalfactory.com. I have dropped that email address into the chat. You can also check us out on the website. Just go to capitalfactory.com and you can just search through there to try to find membership. If you'd also like to contact me directly, my name is right down here at the bottom of the screen. You can email me at bobby.struzik@capitalfactory.com, and I'd be more than happy to take care of your requests. And if with that, I think we'd like to pass it off to Josh one more time to wrap things up for us today.
Thanks to everybody for all the shout outs. You really make a difference when you do that. I want to leave you a couple more thoughts about how you can make the most of Capital Factory during COVID while everything is going virtual, because it is still going strong. You can still come to the co-working space. It's pretty quiet there, but the activity's happening online. It's happening in Slack. It's happening in Union, and it's happening in Sococo. And so here's how you can tap in. First of all, make sure you're in the Capital Factory Slack. We have a Ask Me Anything session going every morning with a different mentor or investor at 9:30 a.m. And it's a live session where you can ask questions and they're there answering. And you can also just see the questions that everybody else asks. It's a great way to start off your day and to learn about all the different people and resources that are available to you here at Capital Factory. So check that out every morning, 9:30 a.m. in our Slack channel in the Ask Me Anything. In addition to that, there's a bunch of other really useful channels there. Channels like requests for help, requests for feedback, requests for mentors, job postings, news, other types of topics. So check out what's there and figure out how you can use the Slack channel to find and meet the people that you need to know and to get the information and help that you need to. Second thing is Union. Of course, I hope you all know about Union already, but Union is the way that you connect to the mentors at Capital Factory. And it's also the way that investors find out about you too. So it's important that you have a Union profile, that you fill it out, really make it complete, put all your information in there so that when somebody looks you up, they can find out more about you and it's not just a blank page. And then you use that to find mentors and other people with office hours you can plug into. And we have regular mentors that are doing office hours every month that you can meet with on an ongoing basis. And then we also have guest mentors coming in all the time. So you should always be scanning to see who else is coming in that you might be able to plug into. And watch for the posts from Caroline and the rest of the mentor team on Slack and other places. Finally, there's Sococo. And Sococo is a virtual world that we've launched to recreate some of the serendipity of being at Capital Factory in person. And you get a little avatar, you see a floor with offices and spaces you can walk around. We're hosting events in there. We are having office hours in there. My team, I'm in there every day, working there all day, and you can be in there too. So you can have access to the floor that we have now. You can use it. You can book conference rooms. You can invite other people to come do meetings with you there. And as we evolve, as we learn about it, you can even you'll be able to have your own office there too. So please try out Sococo, check it out. It's free. It's part of your membership. This is part of being a Capital Factory community member. Is you get access to the Slack, you get access to Union, and you get access to Sococo. And so please dig into those, check them out. I'm in there every day, and I hope to see you there too.
All right.
Awesome.
So much, Josh.
Thank you for those remarks, and thanks for everyone who tuned in and stayed through the end. This was a lot of fun doing this with you, Bobby, so hopefully y'all will see us again next month. We host this monthly for members and anyone who would like to attend.
This is a great time today. I really enjoyed being a part of this, guys, and hopefully in a month from now, we will see even more optimism, even more vaccines, even more springtime here in Austin, Texas. It's a beautiful day outside, and it's a beautiful day to be at Capital Factory, and we'll see you guys next month.
Thanks, everyone. See you next month.